Hello everyone, hope everyone's having a great summer. It is nearing its end and Warner Bros. And Discovery is going under with diminishing returns. Trust me, I'm in just as in shock and anger as you are. The stuff that Warner Bros. Has been doing recently is not good. Let's do another update. Yeah, this is a pretty crappy way to segue. I'm just running out of ideas up to this point, but a good friend of mine gave me some of his films as a token of gratitude, and he did kind of owe me from a personal event we were doing. But besides that, I got a bunch here I want to show off. Most of it's not animated, sadly, but I do have one. But we'll get to that when the time comes. But let's start off with the stuff from, well, Warner Brothers. Really weird timing, I know, but let's start off with this one first. The Right Stuff. This film was one of the last that was produced by the Ladd Company. The Ladd Company was close to bankruptcy by the 80s, and they had two films under their belt by that time: Twice Upon a Time and The Right Stuff. And during the release of Twice Upon a Time, they had two options under their belt. They would give it a wide release or a limited one. But what they did is that they put this one as a wide release, while Twice Upon a Time got a limited run. But both films bombed and resulted the Ladd Company to shut down. But thankfully, the film did really well with critics. And apparently it's considered a family classic according to the label on the top there. So, good on them. As you may see, this film is a 2-tape set, which makes sense as the film is over 3 hours long. And I've been wanting to watch this film for a while as well, so here I am. This version was released back in 1991, so... And originally the film came out in 1983, so... There's that. Anyway, let's open this up. Apparently this costs $3.99 according to the sticker, which is fun. Alright, let's open this up. Yeah, mine's a much later print. So mine has the orange shield. Now we all know. Yeah, so there's part 1. Here's part 2. Oh, this is a definite later print. Good. Wow. Okay, so the print dates on mine are, let's see, part 1 is August 16th, 2002 and August 10th, 2002. And part 2 of the tape is August 16th, good lord, August 16th, 2002 and July 20th, 2002. These are much later releases. Wow. Alright, so that's pretty damn sweet. But yeah, that's The Right Stuff. Hopefully this movie's good. But the next one I have, What's Up, Doc? This is a Warner Brothers big box release from the early 80s, as you may see. Back in the 80s, after their WCI releases on cardboard boxes, Warner Brothers took the reins and decided to put their films in clamshell cases. They were later decided not to do it and later put their films in cardboard slipcover cases, and then they went back to cardboard, clamshell cases once they started the Warner Brothers Family Entertainment brand. As you may see, it's a very uniform design too. They just changed the color, the description, of course, for the films themselves. What's Up, Doc is under the comedy genre. Here's the tape itself. Mine's a later print, as you may tell. It has a Fuji shell, which is interesting. And mine still has the M label as well, which is cool. So yeah, there's that one. The next two are from MGM. The first one here I'm really happy to have. Ben-Hur. The MGM, the epic, what was it called? Let me see on the back. The dramatic intensity and colossal spectacle from 1959. So, the reason apparently from what I gathered, MGM made this movie because by the mid to late 50s, they were on the near bankruptcy, so they hoped Ben-Hur would probably give them to survive, and it did. Of course, it became an absolute smash, and it later won an Academy Award for Best Picture, as we see, and it won 11 Oscars. Let me move the camera back a bit in order to fit the frame. There we go. And as we see, this is also a 2-tape set. Probably their most well-known release, if you really think about it. The version I have here is from 1988. Of course, that's their older style silver labels. Here's tape 1 and part 2. So yeah, there's Ben-Hur. The next one from MGM I have. The Greatest Story Ever Told, another 2-tape set. I've never seen this one, but this came out back in, let me see, 1965 by George Stevens Productions, and this VHS is from 1990. It's the supreme epic and definitive screen version of the life of Jesus Christ. It's over 3 hours long, so... This one here is a much later print, as you may tell from the label. Okay, there's part 1, there's part 2. The print date on both of them is, let's see, February 22nd, 1995. And if I can read the other one, February 3rd, 1995. Okay. But considering the amount of acclaim this movie had, apparently, it should have watching it. And the last VHS I got is from Paramount. Patriot Games, starring Harrison Ford. Probably one of his most well-known films since, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, the essentials. Of course, this was released around the time when Paramount was in their communications era. This was released back in 1992. Of course, also stars James Earl Jones. Well known for, of course, The Lion King, The Hunt for Red October. Here's the label. It's a vertical label. Paramount hasn't really done vertical labels since the late 80s, if you really think about it. Of course, it's also a custom-made label for the film. They did it for a bunch of other releases, too. Wayne's World 1 and 2 being examples. That and Forrest Gump. They also came with an end label as well, which is nice. Printing on mine is the 49th week of 1993, so mine's a bit of a later print. It also came with this. 184 sensational titles at Own Me prices. A little promo booklet of a collection of Paramount releases. Basically, it's like a little checklist of all the releases they have. Of course, Beverly Hills Cop, Ghost, Hunt for Red October, Bad News Bears, Wayne's World. They even talk about some of the box sets they have, like the Indiana Jones trilogy. And, let's see. The Star Trek Collector's Edition. 5 movies for $75. I would have said it was worth it. Great movie, great prices. Manufactured in full-speed SP mode at the same quality standard of all Paramount video cassettes. According to the back there. Of course, if you had one of these sealed, and I bet that would have been on the front of the seal. I don't know. But yeah, that's Patriot Games. I've been collecting a lot of Paramount VHSs recently, if I really think about it. The next 2 are DVDs, but we gotta start with this one. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the Ultimate Edition DVD. I never would have expected to find this. For one, Terminator 2 is wonderful. It's action-packed, full of great explosions. Of course, the great CGI from ILM. Of course, it's one of the earliest features to incorporate CG into their films. Of course, I believe the first one was Tron. Of course, as I own it. Of course, as you may see on the top there. If I could put in the frame. There we go. 6 hours of content on 2 DVD 9s. So basically, DVD 9s are dual layer discs. So there's over 9 gigabytes of data. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff on here, which is great. This DVD came out in the year 2000, so around the time DVD was starting to come into the market. So that's pretty great. Here's the actual case. There's Schwarzenegger on the front. Mine's in great shape, thankfully, but sadly, the top little hoof there is not on here. It must have cracked or something. Anyway, here's disc 1. And disc 2. It also came with this little booklet on the production of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It also counts as like a little table of contents once you hit page 21. Yeah, it also counts the discs as side 1s and side 2s. And it's interesting too, because if you look at the DVD, it has a little ring there talking about the specifications of the disc. As you would a dual-sided disc, you know, like some from Warner Brothers, like the Never-Ending Story, where one side is the full-screen version and the other half is the widescreen version. So that's interesting. Mine also came with this little insert here. Let me take a look. Dear DVD fan, due to the advanced features utilized in the creation of this DVD, some players may experience minor navigational difficulties. This should not affect your enjoyment of the feature program in any way. For any questions, comments, please write to THX. That's great. I know a lot. Like, THX has been around for years. Thanks to Star Wars and Disney and Pixar, a lot of people use THX to digitally master their films. It's a given. Hell, Star Wars Blu-rays that I have is THX mastered, which makes sense as Lucasfilm was the ones who made the THX name. So, yeah. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. This will probably be a great set. I'm hoping. This next one takes me back because, good lord. Adventure Time. My 2 favorite people, as you can see according to the sticker there. The first time on DVD with 12 Big Adventures. This was released back in 2011, a year after it premiered on Cartoon Network. Pretty much saved the network, by the way, because by 2010, Cartoon Network was a disaster. All the shows they had were gone and went to Boomerang. The fan favorite blocks are gone, like Toonami. CN Real was a thing, and the shows they had were just holding it on by a thread. But when Adventure Time and then Regular Show came out, there was like a new wave of cartoons. There will later be, you know, let me see, the Amazing Adventures of Gumball, Steven Universe, We Bear Bears, and hell, in my case, Uncle Grandpa, Clarence, and Mad. So, we must thank Adventure Time for that. And of course, this is a childhood favorite. This, like I said, was released by Warner Brothers back in 2011. And since I don't own the season sets or how the complete series set, I'll just deal with this for now. I'm going to see if I can keep that sticker there. Well, let's see what's inside. Here's the disc. Wonderful disc art from the peoples at Warner's. So I also gave this little insert here. You're going to flip and love these. These are action figures, actually. That's pretty neat. Also, oh yeah, this is the title card for the episode, My 2 Favorite People. That's pretty neat. I'll put that on the front there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably put that sticker on the insert there. Or how I could probably put it on Jake. In fact, it should fit. Yeah, it does fit. I'll probably put it on the disc. But yeah, really happy to have this. And lastly, the one Blu-ray I gotten. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. This is the original Blu-ray from 2007, by the time Blu-ray was jumping into the format war. Of course, as you may tell, this is the early one from the design of the packaging. Similar to my Blu-rays of, you know, Cars, Ratatouille, let me see, and a bunch of others. Well, as you may tell, this is a 2-disc Blu-ray set Has over 7 hours of content on there, which is great. And I believe there is a 2-disc DVD counterpart from what I remember. So, and since I got the first one on DVD, I might as well upgrade to the Blu-ray for the second one. I'll probably go and upgrade to the Blu-ray version of the first one as well once I find it. So, still then, I'm still happy owning this. And that's pretty much it for today's update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Little heads up, I also uploaded another video not that long ago about the releases of The Little Mermaid on home video as a dedication to Pat Carroll. May she rest in peace. So take a look at that when you get the chance. Until then, I'll come back again soon. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Till then, see ya.